We have a shocking and disturbing update on the case involving Larry Nassar. He was the serial pedophile who is going to spend the rest of his life in prison after sexually molesting and abusing female athletes. And it turns out that the former dean of MSU, his name is Dr. William Strampel, has been arrested. And when the story first broke, people were speculating as to why he was arrested. Maybe an investigation was done to see whether or not he knew about Larry Nassar's activity and refused to report it to the authorities, and that's the reason why he got arrested. But the story is actually even worse than that. So let's give you the details. Now, Dr. William Strampel has been charged with allegedly using his office to harass and sexually assault female students, as well as having pornographic material on his work computer, including a video of Nassar performing that so-called treatment on a young female patient.
That's gonna hurt him in court. Probably ought not to have that.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, any of this stuff is going to sound bad. But some of it, the harassing and the individual reports of sexual assault, could, in theory, be disconnected. It could be that these are just two bad guys who were close to each other, but independently they were awful. But once he's like the fact that he has the video implies that there's some sort of long-standing backroom deal between them.
And again, this is my speculation because I don't have all the evidence in front of me.
And I have even less.
But based on what I've pieced together, it seems as though Strampel did know about what Nassar was doing, because not only was that video found on his computer, back in 2014, a female athlete, came to Strampel and said that she had been assaulted, and he claimed that he investigated it and found no wrongdoing. However, he had new rules for Nassar. For instance, there needed to be another person in the room while Nassar was performing treatment, yada, yada.
But did they do that? Because weren't there far more...
Hold on, I'll give you the details. But it was based on the honor system. He'd never enforced his new policies for Nassar. He never checked up on Nassar, and the abuse continued. Yeah. So that is another reason why I think there's some evidence indicating that Strampel knew what was going on with Nassar. However, again, what was found on his computer was bad enough. Let me give you more details. According to Tuesday's affidavit, he used his position to sexually harass and assault at least 4 female medical students. The allegations include groping and inappropriate sexual comments. So he's facing some pretty serious charges, including a charge of misconduct in office, a misdemeanor of criminal sexual conduct in the 4th degree, and also of willful neglect of duty. Now, according to the document, one woman alleges that he told her she would not make it in the medical field unless she started to dress sexier. The same woman said he groped her buttocks in 2013 during a scholarship dinner. Investigators seized the former dean's computer and found approximately 50 photos of bare vaginas, nude or semi-nude women, sex toys, and pornography. Several of the women in the photos appear to be MSU students.
Yeah, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. It seems like the Nassar originally is probably going to go down as one of the worst serial pedophiles and sexual assaulters in our country's history. But imagine finding out about it as a separate human being and not feeling compelled to do something to stop it. In fact, taking advantage of it for yourself.
The reason why Nassar was able to get away with what he did for decades is because he happened to be surrounded by some people who were not only complicit, who were engaging in similar activity. And so I'm glad that these investigations are happening, and the investigations are looking into people who were close to Nassar in a professional setting to see whether or not they knew about his behavior. And it just so happens that through these investigations, we find out the former dean of MSU was engaging in misconduct himself. So we will update you on this story as we get more information about it. But it is devastating to know that these people in positions of power were not only complicit, but again, were involved in their own misconduct.
What you just watched was one of the videos that we do today, but we actually do a whole 2-hour show every single day. It's a podcast. You could watch it in video or listen to it as audio. You can download it, you can stream it, and you get it completely ad-free if you could become a member of the Young Turks. tytnetwork.com/join.